you guys, Mr. Newsom again with this week's activity. Now, for this week's activity, it's a little bit like baseball. Now, we're kind of going to do some variations, meaning some different little spins on this whole thing because you might only have one or two people to play this with, okay? Now, if you have a whole bunch of people, even better. So if you have like a big family or whatever, you can alter this game. Now, what you're gonna need, this is a lot like baseball. Now, they used to play a game in the streets in the big cities way back in the olden days called Stickball. So what I did was I found a stick in my garage. This is a yardstick that I got at Home Depot. Now, if you can find any kind of stick around your house, it's great. You don't want to use a club or anything, but a big stick, okay? And then you're going to need some paper plates. All right, so you're going to need 4 paper plates. So 1 for first base, 2 for second base, 3 for third base, and of course 1 for home. Now, when you do your bases, when you put them out, you might want to weight them down with like a rock or something, okay, because you're going to run them. Now, you're probably wondering, how in the world am I going to play baseball with just one other person? Well, I'm going to show you. It's very interesting, okay? Now, with this game, you don't use a pitcher. Now, let me show you how you hit the ball first, and then, of course, just like in baseball, you're going to hit the ball, and you're going to try to make it around the bases before the person gets to the ball and tags you out. Now, they don't throw the ball at you to tag you out. They have to actually tag you, like touch you, like when you play tag. So the first thing that we need to do is learn how to hit the ball. You can use a tennis ball, any kind of ball you got laying around your house. I actually found these paddle ball balls around my house because they're small and they go really nice with my yardstick, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the ball, see I drop it and I hit it. Okay, and it's gonna go flying, all right? You saw how I made contact with it? You just gotta really keep your eye on the ball. So if you're here, you drop it, you hit it. Now, as you get better at it, you wanna practice this a little bit. You drop, you hit, you drop, you hit. And you wanna try to get a little bit harder of a hit each time because you want that ball to go as far as you can because your opponent, you want to have to chase that ball. That gives you time to run around those 3 bases. Now, unlike baseball, you can use your backyard, you could go to a park, anything, and you don't have to have the bases very far apart, all right? So you can decide how far away you want your bases to be, all right? So you're gonna hit that ball and you're gonna run as fast as you can around the bases, and of course, you wanna try to make it to your home base where you hit. All right, so you're gonna need 4 paper plates. So 1 for first base, 2 for second base, 3 for third base, and of course 1 for home. Or you can just have something set up for your home base if you want. In fact, you can even just drop your stick and try to make it back to your stick. That's another way you could make your home base, which is pretty interesting, all right? So once again, practice hitting that ball. All right, I'm gonna show you a couple more times how to do that. Once again, all you do, you take the ball, you hold your stick, you drop, you hit. You drop, you hit. It's real simple. So you drop and you hit it just the same. And those little balls went really far. Now again, of course, you know, the harder you hit it, the further it's gonna go. All right, and of course, it's even worse if you hit it underneath a bush or something and then your opponent can't get to it very good. All right, so really quick, work on that for just a little bit. Get your hit down really good because that's your offense. Now your defense, all you gotta do for defense is you gotta run and get that ball as fast as you can. You gotta run after that person as they're running the bases, and all you have to do is tag them. You don't have to tag them with the ball, you just tag them, all right? So once again, you'll need 4 paper plates for your bases, and you can spread them out. Now, I'm gonna show you really quick what the bases look like when they're all spread out. Just like in baseball, you're gonna hit the ball and you're gonna try to make it around the bases before the person gets to the ball and tags you out. As you can see, after you hit the ball, bam, you run around the bases as quick as you can before the other person tags you out. Now, if there's 2 people, it's always one-on-one. So one person hits while one person tries to get the ball as quick as they can and then tag you out, all right? Now, if there's 3 people, all you do is you just take turns. So it's always one-on-one. So one person hits, One person goes and gets the ball, then you just take turns. If there's 4 people, 5 people, doesn't matter. You're just one-on-one, and you just take turns going. Now remember, the hardest part of this, of course, is making contact with that ball. All right, there's no pitcher. Now if you want to try to do a bigger thing and do a bat or a T-ball thing, you can do that if you have a T-ball holder or a wiffle ball or any of that. Any of that stuff works. So it's just kind of a fun game, and it gets you going and gets you outside. So we only have a little bit more time before the weather gets super, super hot. So this is your last chance maybe to get out and play a little, well, I call it stickball. It's sort of my version of stickball, if you will. So again, you hit the ball, you run the bases as fast as you can before the other person can tag you out, okay? Again, 4 paper plates, weight them down with something so the wind doesn't blow them away. You can use whatever you want for bases. You can use rocks, whatever you want. You can use whatever you want for a stick. Just make sure it's kind of light. Again, I found a paddle ball to make my ball with, but you can use a tennis ball. Probably not maybe a baseball, something soft. So maybe a tennis ball, anything like that'll work, okay? So enjoy, have fun, and enjoy playing a little stickball maybe in your backyard or in a park. Have a great time. See ya.